Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, you've already seen a couple clips of moving these two pieces around here. More pennies on the dollar purchases. That's what I was waiting on the service truck to get back on the road to go get. First one here is a double roller cultipacker. It's 8 feet wide. Drugged out of the woods. Can't complain at all. Everything's in good shape. It's got one roller that's got a rust hole in it. I can patch that up. Be good to go. It'll help out with the seeding. And here's the sister to the other Ferguson hay rake. This is the one I said for parts, but I've been looking at it this morning and it's not as bad as what I thought after we drug it out of the woods too. So may end up putting some tires on the back of it and having a spare. Well, let me show you one more thing that we got on today's run. All this came from the same place that I got the original hay rake and hay elevator from, and we'll go from there. All right, well, here's the third purchase for today. We both took trucks and trailers. I brought this home behind the service truck, and my buddy brought the cultipacker and the other parts hay rake home behind his truck. But like I said before, this is the hay wagon I was talking about, pretty much given to me. Wood, of course, is rotten, I knew that. But the underneath is in really good shape. The running gear itself, I don't know if any of you guys can tell from that or not, but it's a New Holland running gear, so I was pleased to see that. No rust, other than surface rust. So we're gonna strip all this wood off and get it down to the bare frame. And the front end's pretty sticky, so I'm gonna pull all that apart and grease everything up and get this ready. And hopefully over the winter, I'll be able to get a new floor put in it and make us another hay wagon. I have all kinds of projects I'm getting behind already. There's the lean-to that I still haven't finished yet for the hay binds. So, all right, well, I'm gonna call it a day. I'll bring you along for hauling this down the bottom. Just take a chainsaw and cut them all up small pieces and put them on the brush pile and get it down to a bare frame, and then we'll see if we can get it up here and how well it goes trying to unload it by myself. So stay tuned. Alright guys, I was gonna bring you along for a little bit of the tear down, but time constraint and everything else. Just gonna bring the loader down here, pick up on the back of it, which is the front of the wagon, and basically just drive out from under it. Be a good project for the service truck. So I'll have the generator. I can use the grinder to, the pin and the tongues froze up. I need to cut it out so I can pick up on the front of it and drag it back up front with maybe a boom pole. And you know, we'll bring the chainsaw down here and have the tools and stuff and just cut these boards up in small pieces and push them over here in the brush pile. Still got quite a bit more brush to go in there, so we'll just bury it underneath some brush. No big deal. Nails will be out of the way. So let's go get the loader. guys, thought I'd throw this on there too. We're gonna do some more shed Tetris. I finished for the year with the farm tractors as far as anything major in the field. So I'm gonna try to resituate things and put the loader back right there in front of Dad's 165, which will be behind a 1086, and then put the two farm tractors up there in the deep section on the barn. So we'll get a little clip of that. Oh look, yep, boss man's here. Well, sure, I'm glad I built this thing pretty solid. Swung around with the loader and caught the 6x6 right there. Just barely, just bumped it. No big deal. I got to get this dug down and got to get the clutch fixed on this loader. Once it sits for a couple of months, that clutch disc or whatever it is rusts up, and I don't really have any steering but on one side. But anyway, okay, here's what we ended up with on the Tetris. Worked out pretty good. Loader bucket sticks out a little bit, but it's under there. I can get Dad's tractor out without having to move anything. My tractor will go on the other side when I'm finished. Jack's been checking out my straps and chains in the bucket. I got to go around here and get the hay bind and put it back under the carport for right now, since I don't have the lean-to finished up yet. And then I've been looking, I've been stacking stuff over here. I think I'm gonna go ahead maybe this winter or spring or something when money allows and build a lean-to shelter here beside the carport, and I can get all my hay rakes and tedder and the small bush hog, and of course the cultipacker's back there, and I believe the round baler will fit right there in that slot. I built it high enough where I can get the 10 or the track loader in there. We'll just have to see, but that'll put everything in the dry then, and it'll still leave this spot here open for something if I need to, because the lean-tos behind the shop for the hay binds should be finished up before too much longer. Okay, enough babbling. Let me get back to it. Alright, we're going to wrap this one up and call it good. If any of you guys are in the live stream, I mentioned in there how much I'm repeating myself when I turn these clips on the video. Okay guys, I'm sorry about that. I did it again all day today, but I'll try to do better in the future. Hope you enjoyed it. Brought you along for a little bit of unloading some of the equipment and moving it around, situating it, the cultipacker, the parts rake, the hay wagon. Was going to, like I said, get some clips of tearing that apart, but that's just boring and monotonous. But I will get a clip or two later on another video when I take the service truck down there to work on it. You know, that's the whole purpose of having everything in one spot, having power and air away from the shop. So there are some lag bolts in there that come in handy using the air gun on the air compressor. So did some more shed Tetris today. I'm not sure it's going to be the final product for the winter, but I like it a little bit better. The tractors stick out just a little bit. I wish the lean-to structure was about 4 feet wider. but it is what it is. Everything's in the dry except for the round baler. Getting ready to start on the trailer project here soon, so stay tuned for that. Once I get the axles under the trailer and get it back out of the shop, then the next thing will be the round baler underneath the in the shop. Goodness, I'm sorry. And I'm thinking about, you know, if I get the lean-to built for the hay binds before I get the baler in the shop, then I think I can put it down here where the hay bind is and at least get it out of the weather for the winter, not let it snow on it and stuff. So anyway, I'm babbling again. Thank you guys for everything. I really appreciate all the kind words and the comments and the following along here with the journey with me. Like I said, field work has slowed down, so we're back to, you know, getting things situated and getting ramped up for some wintertime project. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, but really appreciate everything you guys do. Hope you'll continue to follow along. Until next time, thank you.